Okay, in this video we're going to wrap up our whiteboard tool for the IFP, and we're going to take a look at inserting shapes and inserting text into our documents. So what we're going to do is, in the prior video, if you got a chance to look at that one, we imported a PDF and it was a story map. So let's go ahead and open that story map again. And right now I've zoomed into the characters and the setting boxes of that character map. Let's take a look at under the pen tool. You can see here over to the right two options. We have a T, which is to insert your text, and we have a shape tool. It's a picture of a square with a circle that overlaps it. We'll start with the shape one. That was a little bit easier. If I click on the shape tool, again, just like with the pen feature, I can make the line as thick or as thin as I care to make it. I can make a line, I can make a square, or I can make a circle. Let's just go ahead and choose a circle, and when I go over here, I can drag and I can make a circle, and then when I let go, the circle's there. If I want to insert a square, I can do that, and I can insert a square. Very simple. Now, how do we get rid of that? Well, we can hit the undo button, that little arrow that's pointing left, and it'll get rid of the last thing we did. And there's an infinite number of undos. So I can actually hit it again and get rid of the second object, or the first object that I drew, which was the circle. If I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, I can hit the redo button, which is the arrow pointing to the right, and I can bring those things back again. If I don't want to hit the undo and redo button, don't forget, I can always select by choosing that circle with the dotted line, and I can just draw a circle around what it is I'm looking to delete, and I can get rid of it. Just like that. Finally, what I want to take a look at is the text tool. That T over on the far right option of the menu. Again, I can choose how thick or how big I want the font to be. Let's say I don't care, 23-point font, that's fine. Once I select that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the characters box, and I'm going to just touch once on it, and it brings up this screen here. When I click in there, it brings up my keyboard. So if I don't feel like writing in the characters box, maybe it's going to be easier for me to just type what my responses are, and I click OK. I can drag it, and then once I click off of it, then it goes into that box. If I want to select that, and let's say, oh, I don't want it to move down there, I need to move it up because I have a lot more I need to type. All I have to do is I can select again that circle with the dotted line. I can circle the entire thing, and then I can just move it up. Move it anywhere I want. That's how you select and move text. And again, I can change my font color. Let's say I want the font to be blue. I go back here and I hit text, and you can see that the text sample is blue. I can actually shrink the font a little bit if I want to, take it down to 15. When I click once in setting, I click once again, and it'll bring up that document, the keyboard I mean. I just go ahead and I can type in anything I want. Anything I want. Okay. I spelled it wrong. You know what I meant to say. And once I click off of it, then it becomes part of that text box. Again, don't forget, if the fire drill goes off, or the alarm goes off, or the period ends, I didn't finish it. I hit the back button. It automatically saves. There is no saving options like Google. Like, it automatically saves. The next day, when I'm ready to go back again, I just click on that document again, and everything that I did is there, and I can continue with my lesson. So that we took a look at in this video is how to insert shapes and insert text into our notes. And again, you're looking at it from a graphic organizer. I can actually insert text, shapes, drawings, anything I want into any note that I create, no matter what the template is. So those 3 videos are a good overview of the whiteboard tool. Certainly there are more features, but those are the most important ones that I think you're going to use the most.